Welcome to part 2 of lecture 2.8 Linear Inequalities. In this video, we're going to run through a couple more examples just to see possibilities that you might run into. So let's get started. Solve 3 times the quantity x minus 4 is greater than or equal to negative 2. So 3 times quantity x minus 4, so I'm going to distribute 3x minus 12 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Going to use our addition property of inequalities to add 12 to both sides, giving us 3x is greater than or equal to 10. I'm going to divide each side by 3. Since I'm dividing by a positive number, I don't need to change my inequality sign, leaving me with x is greater than or equal to 10/3. Now I need to plot on my number line enough information. Say, I do try and let you know where 0 is. I'll say that this is 3/3 or a 1. Here's a 2, and so 10/3 is going to be, about there. Kind of guesstimating where it's going to be. I guess I could measure. It's going to be a solid circle, and it's everything greater. So it goes to the right. Okay, let's try another problem. It's 2 times the quantity 1 minus 3x plus 4 is less than 4x minus 14. Again, I'm going to distribute my 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times negative 3x is 6x, negative 6x, less 4. I don't want to forget my plus 4. Is less than 4x minus 14. Now I'm going to combine like terms as best as I can right now. So I have a negative 6x, just to relieve some of the clutter, plus 6 equals 4x minus 14. I'm going to subtract 6 on the left, subtract 6 on the right. Negative 6x is less than 4x minus 20. Now I'm going to subtract 4x. When I deal again with adding and subtracting across the inequality, I don't touch the inequality. I'm just going to subtract 4x, giving me negative 10x is less than negative 20. Now I need to divide by a negative number. When I divide or multiply by a negative number, I need to change the direction of the inequality. It was less than, it becomes greater than. And then negative 20 divided by negative 10 is 2. So on the number line, I'm going to just give enough information. X is greater than 2, but it does not include 2. And it is to the right. Okay. Now sometimes your inequalities might have more than one variable. And in this case, right now we're not expecting you to plot it on a number line. We're just expecting you to solve for what they're asking for. So right now they're asking you to solve 2x minus 3y is less than 6. We want you to solve it for y, meaning isolate y, get everything else on the other side of the inequality. First thing, I want to move over by subtracting 2x to both sides. I'm left with negative 3y is less than negative 2x plus 6. I'm going to divide by negative 3, divide the whole side by negative 3. And since I'm dividing by -3, I must flip the sign, leaving me with -2x plus 6 all over -3, but that's a bit clunky. So what I'm going to do is give the negative to the top. In essence, y is greater than -2x plus 6 all over 3. And I'm going to distribute the negative across the quantity -2 plus 6. So y is greater than 2x minus 6 all over 3. And I've solved it for y. Okay. There's some things that you want to be aware of. So inequality in words. X is at least 30. At least means it can be 30 as well as anything less than 30. So it's going to be, anything 30, and since it's at least 30, anything greater than 30. So x is greater than or equal to 30. X is at most 30. So at most includes 30, or includes the number, as well as anything less than that. So x is less than or equal to 30. Very clear, x is less than 20, so x less than 20. X is more than 20, x is greater than 20. Here's an example. The sum of two consecutive odd integers is at most 28. What are the possibilities for the first of the two integers? If you remember, two consecutive odd integers, we'll just call them x and x plus 2. And since it's at most 28, it's going to be less than or equal to. Okay. So we know the two consecutive odd integers are x and x plus 2. Their sum is at most 28, so x plus 2 is less than or equal to 28. Now I'm going to solve the equation. Combine like terms. X plus 2 is less than 28. 2x plus 2 is less than 28. Subtract 2 from both sides, giving me 2x is less than 26. Divide each side by 2. X is less than or equal to 13. That is the first of the two integers. So if x is less than or equal to 13, then think about what the numbers could be. Remember, they're consecutive odd integers and their sum is at most 28. So 13 and 15 could be a solution because 13 and 15 does add to 28. 11 and 13 can be a solution because if you add the sum, it's 24 and that is less than 28 and they are consecutive odd. Likewise with 9 and 11, 7 and 9, and so on, all the way down to 1 and 3. If at least it's positive odd integers. If it's any odd integer, it will go on indefinitely to the negative side. So that's it for this lecture. I hope that was enough examples to give you an idea of what this what this section is discussing. If you have any questions, please contact me. Otherwise, until next time, be seeing you.